What's up, everybody? So how do you stand out in a world of normal and average? How do you sound smart in a context where most people sound the opposite? And how do you do that when the situation presents itself to you, when you're in an elevator and someone asks you, or you're in a consult and somebody asks you, why should we work with you? I just had a conversation with a number of real estate advisors in the country, and that was exactly what we were talking about. And so I want to ask you the question, how would you answer that question of, should we work with you? Should we hire you? Well, if you're like most people, what most people are going to do is they're going to launch into a 10, 20, 30 second, hopefully not 60-second pitch of the features and the benefits and blah, 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 blah. And what typically will happen in the ears of the one who's receiving this is they will tune you out in about 5 to 10 seconds. And here's the reason why. That response does not align with how your brain has been designed and how it functions. What do I mean by that? We need to understand that your brain is attracted to novelty. It's attracted to things that stand out, that are exceptional, that are different. It's why if you walk down the beach and you see a crowd gathered and they're all looking down, what do you naturally want to do? You want to go see what everybody's looking at. Or if you're driving past a restaurant and you see a line 2 blocks down the block and you've never seen this thing before, what's your natural inclination? You want to go check it out too. That's the way our brains are designed. They are wired for curiosity. And if you can capture the attention of people by being different, by engaging in what's called a pattern interrupt, by doing the unexpected, then what you get is attention. And when you have attention, now you're able to influence and you're able to connect with people in ways that you couldn't before. Well, how do you do this instead of launching into your 20-second pitch? Well, I'm going to give you exactly what to do in order to stand out, in order to actually influence as a category of one, and do it almost like you're in a vacuum with nobody else there. So instead of saying or launching into your 20-second pitch, here's what I want you to do instead. I just simply want you to look at the person and say, you know what? Thanks for asking. I'm not sure if we should partner together because, to be honest, I'm not even sure that we could help you. I don't exactly know where you are or where you're wanting to go, but if you think it would be appropriate, I'd like to find out more about your situation and more about where you are wanting to go. And then if I can help you, I can let you know. Would it be appropriate if I ask some questions so I can find out if we could help you? When you do that, what you do is, number one, instead of making a statement, you ask a question, which triggers the brain in a different way. Number two, you stand out because nobody else is really doing that. And number three, what you do is you actually come off and there's a position of strength that you have. So instead of chasing, what you do is you actually are the one now being chased. And all you have to do is watch creatures. And typically, I've got a dog, and there's a true reality about human beings when you just look at how dogs interact with one another. If you want a dog to chase you, what do you need to do? You just need to run away, right? We chase that which moves away from us, and we chase that which we cannot easily have. So if you show up like this as a leader and as an influencer and a salesperson, and you take up space, you expand, and you actually show up and say, I'm not sure if we could help you because I'm not exactly sure what you're looking for or even if we could. But if you let me, I'd like to ask some questions. When you do that, I promise you, if you start answering the question that way, not only will you stand out, but you're going to increase your level of influence significantly, even exponentially, in such a way that not only do you have people's attention, but now what you can do is you connect with people at a deeper level. You can find out exactly what they want. And as the scripture says, he who answers before he hears, it is his folly and his shame. In other words, if you talk before you listen, you function like a moron. I don't want you to function like a moron. How do you do that instead? You just ask questions instead of making statements. You find out if you can really help people. And then if you can, you let them know how you can and you lead. If you can't, you just find somebody who can and then you connect them. Hopefully this helps. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.